The current estimated price rise for all iPhone models is shown here. Price hikes are one of the worst things that may happen, especially for expensive products like Apple's iPhones. Unfortunately though, we might have to brace ourselves for a price hike on the iPhone 17 series this year. According to a recent investor note by Jefferies, the cost of all four iPhone 17 models will rise by roughly $50 when compared to the iPhone 16 series. Therefore, if you were wanting to get an iPhone 17 of some sort, you might want to start saving some more cash. If this rumor proves to be true, we may have to pay at least $849 for an iPhone 17, $1,049 for an iPhone 17, and $1,249 for an iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is assuming that the Pro Max has 256 gigs of storage, while the regular and Pro versions have 128 gigs. The iPhone 16 series shares this initial storage. The iPhone 17 Air is a bit of a mystery because this is the first time we have seen a device of this kind. If the analyst's estimate is accepted, it may just be little more expensive than the iPhone 16 Plus. However, there are rumors that the next thin phone would cost more than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. As a result, we will have to wait and see what happens. Furthermore, there have previously been reports of a potential price increase. Back in May, the Wall Street Journal reported that Apple was considering raising prices this year. Given that there have been rumors of possible price rises for earlier iPhone releases, but the pricing has stayed mostly the same so far, it's also not a huge surprise. In fact, the closest thing we saw to a price rise was Apple's decision to remove the 128 gig storage option from the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Consequently, the entry-level price was $100 more than it was the previous year, even though Apple kept the 256 gigs model's price at $1,199. Even though a $50 price increase isn't much, no matter how many upgrades the newest smartphone has, you don't want to spend more money on it when you're already paying at least $799 on it. If this rumor turns out to be true, however, iPhone owners may be getting away with it. Other phones, including the S24 Ultra, which retail for $1,299, have not fared as well. Therefore, at $1,249, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is still less expensive than some of the alternatives, even though an iPhone price hike may be uncomfortable. We probably won't know for sure until the iPhone launch event, which is anticipated to take place the week of September 8. In the meantime, you may keep up with all the latest news and gossip on our channel. Next, dummies of the iPhone 17 have just leaked in every shade, including a bold new signature color. Do you think it's good that Apple is trying something different? The iPhone 17 series potential color options may have just been revealed by a new leak. There also seems to be more in store for the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max than just a new camera block. The aforementioned leak, which shows 4 color options for each new model, was obtained from Sonny Dixon on X, and one shade also stands out more than the others. Black, white, and blue are the standard color options for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. The image also features a bright orange finish, which is significantly louder than the previous colors seen in more current models, like the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro. We previously reported on a possible orange iPhone 17 Pro, so it looks like this leak might be real. The next phone line depicted in the image is the iPhone 17 Air, which is available in 4 counterfeit models in light blue, white, gold, and black. The light blue color scheme of the image appears to match the sky blue color option of the 2025 MacBook Air. As reported, the iPhone 17 Air displayed here has a single rear camera. At the very least, the S25 Edge has 2 rear cameras. In contrast, the iPhone 17 models seen in the image are available in light blue, pink, white, and black. Unfortunately, there isn't the lavender option that was generally anticipated to be available, which might mean it wasn't tested. Apple's new phone design for the next generation looks to be confirmed as well, if these leaked mock-ups are accurate. Although the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max feature a wider range of cameras, Mark Gurman of Bloomberg pointed out that there are no two-tone color options. The iPhone 17 and its current iterations share a similar appearance. These revelations follow a recent social media image that allegedly showed an iPhone 17 Pro user in the wild. Since the phone is encased in a thick black shell, no colors are apparent in the image. Yet, there is mounting evidence that Apple plans to continue using this design. Apple is expected to introduce its new phone in September. It would compare to the company's current phone in this way. We won't know anything for certain though until Apple makes the phone official, which is probably going to happen in early September. What do you think of these potential color schemes in the interim? So you're ready to purchase your next iPhone. You may either buy an iPhone 16 right away or wait to buy Apple's next generation, which is expected to be released in a little over a month. Which is the better choice? It could be prudent to wait and either get the new phone or get the iPhone 16 for cheaper money, as the iPhone 17 is anticipated to be released in September. Here are some potential comparisons between the iPhone 17 and the iPhone 16 based on speculation and hearsay, even though Apple has not yet made an official announcement about the device's existence or provided any official specifications or features. Rumors and purported leaks about the iPhone 17 persist, even though we still don't have any confirmed information. From the Pro variants to the potential thinner Air model, the entire iPhone 17 lineup is the focus of conjecture. I will focus on the regular iPhone 17 though. One of the most anticipated features of the iPhone 17 may be the inclusion of a 120Hz display, which would be very useful. Only the Pro variants of the iPhone have that higher refresh rate. The Basic and Plus devices are currently confined to a 60Hz display. Apple may potentially choose to make the always-on display a standard feature by raising that refresh rate, which would make it easier to quickly view the clock and your alerts without waking up the screen. There's been discussion about whether or not the iPhone 17 will feature a scratch-resistant, anti-reflective display. However, the most recent reports indicate that the basic iPhone 17 will not have that capabilities. Only the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max would. Thus, it is unlikely that the iPhone 16 and 17 will differ significantly. The selfie camera on the iPhone 17 may be increased to 24 megapixels, in place of the current 12 megapixels found in the front-facing camera of the iPhone 16. It may be easier to capture selfies or record videos for social media if the front-facing camera has more megapixels, even though this isn't the only requirement for high-quality photos. Discussions have also been sparked by Apple's upcoming iPhone series improved camera. The Pro model's cameras will likely be housed in a new, larger display that spans horizontally over the back of the phone, maybe emulating the geodivisor on the Google Pixel 9, while the baseline will likely maintain the camera setup identical to the iPhone 16. We'll find out in time. Rumor has it that the iPhone 17 will, like the iPhone 16, have an aluminium frame. In fact, this may be the case for the entire range, possibly with the exception of the iPhone 17 Air, which may have a titanium frame to save weight. Some sources claim that the iPhone 17's proximity sensor may use a novel, tiny metal lens technology, which might lead to a smaller dynamic island and Face ID sensor. That could free up a bit more room for the top of the 17 display. One crucial element that might not differ between the two phones is the processor. The iPhone 17 is rumored to include an A18 chip, just like the iPhone 16. Given Apple's ambitions to improve its Apple Intelligence suite of AI capabilities, it's possible that the iPhone 17 series may have 12 gigs of RAM instead of the present 8 gigs, or at least some of it will. Although Apple was still considering whether to add 12 gigs of RAM to the base model, analyst Ming-Chi Kuo predicted in April that the iPhone 17 Air and Pro variants will contain the capability, and 8 gigabytes will remain the standard. We'll just have to wait and see what Apple ultimately chooses. Apple's new AI-powered adaptive power feature, included with iOS 26, will help save battery life by making small performance adjustments, including allowing some activities to take a little longer. Next, should I purchase an iPhone 16 now or wait for the iPhone 17? If you're desperate for a new phone and can't wait any longer, who am I to stop you? However, if you can wait until September, when Apple is expected to unveil the iPhone 17, you may either buy the stylish new device or save money on the iPhone 16. Between the iPhone 16 and 17, there probably won't be many changes. Before being added to the full lineup, newer features like the action button on the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max and the dynamic island on the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max are usually first available on Apple's Pro models. Thus, it is likely that any dazzling new features, such as the alleged anti-reflective display and upgraded cameras on the iPhone 17 Pro versions, would begin on its more costly mobile phones. Bloomberg claims that Apple is preparing a major shakeup of the phone's design for the 20th anniversary of the iPhone, which might result in the most significant changes. Reports have surfaced regarding a foldable gadget and a bold new Pro model that makes more extensive use of glass. Even if the iPhone 17 hasn't been made public yet, it's wise to keep an eye out for it. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.